Hello, friends. Stephen Talbot here, of course. And I'm coming at you live from my motherfucking bedroom, bitch. So, sorry my voice is still messed up. Um, I thought that all the vaccines that I got in the same damn day, I got hepatitis A, hepatitis B, HPV, monkeypox, a couple others. Shit, I'm missing one. Oh, and the coronavirus, any. Okay, so I got all that shit in the same day. And at first I thought that that messed me up, and it's been a week, and I still have this, like, cold or whatever. Trying to take it easy. Like, today, the last few days I've gone to the gym, I couldn't really do my whole routine because I started, like, coughing or, like, started feeling really tired or whatever. And I realized that every year around this time, I get this same fuck. And if I remember correctly, my voice was gone for at least 3 weeks last time. And there's no sign that it's coming back anytime soon. I started taking, one of the things I did do different, somebody mentioned to me that it could be allergies, which I never even considered for a second. I never taken allergy medication before, so anyway, I got some Claritin D generic. I'm so sorry, girl. Anyway, I got some Claritin D generic, and I'm hoping that will help. I just took some of that, but I did test for COVID. Like literally, I've tested like 4 times over the past week and a half. There's no sign that I have COVID. So I think it's just like a cold, and I apologize for my raspy voice. But several people told me it was sexy, and I do feel a little bit sassy. I feel a little sassy, honey. Anyway, so I wanted to harp a little bit on my experience with church because I posted a video on my TikTok and I've had lots of questions, people reaching out to me about it. So basically, when I was younger, I lived in Section 8 apartments, okay? Literally right next to the Section 8 apartments. Sorry, I'm looking at how good my fingernails look. What, bitch? I used to bite them, and now I don't, honey. Yes. Now, this hand is a little different because I like to keep this hand painted to match my sunglasses. Anyway, that was just a little side note. So, when I was little, sorry, I gotta switch sides on your ass. So, when I was little, we lived in Section 8 apartments, and we had a sorry, we had a Free Will Baptist church right next to the apartments. Okay, so that was, I would call it our primary church, and we would go there on typically Sunday mornings, and that was like our Sunday morning church. Okay, and along with that, we would go to their summer camp, usually twice or 3 times. We would also go to their fall retreats and spring retreat, and we loved it. We did all the potlucks and all of the fellowship and Sunday Bible Skew, and all of that. Well, we also had a Church of Christ down the street, well, maybe 3 miles down the street, and they would send around a bus, a really nice church bus, and that church bus would come to the apartments that I lived in, and it would go up and down. It would literally pick up kids, okay? And it would pick up kids from the apartments, and we would also go there as well. Now, there we would do that because the little church did not have Sunday night service, and I don't even think they had Wednesday night service. So we did Wednesday night service and Sunday night service with, we call, as kids we called it the big church and the little church. Okay, the little church was Free Will Baptist, and the big church was Church of Christ. Now, we formed relationships and bonds, and we loved both churches, and we were actively involved in both churches. We were even baptized in both churches. And they're separate denominations, I know, so maybe we should burn in hell for that. But being what we call what the big church called us inner city kids. Okay, we didn't even live inner city, but we were called inner city kids because we were poor as fuck. And like I remember the church helping my mom out with the electric bill sometimes, and it was just something for us kids to do and stay out of trouble. I loved church. I loved the fellowship of church. I loved singing. Well, in Church of Christ, we did not sing. Wait, we did sing, but no music. If I remember correctly, no musical instruments, no piano, nothing. And then in the other church, we had whatever. Well, I loved singing in church. We used to sing, "Blue skies and rainbows and sunbeams from heaven are what I can see. With my Lord living in me, I know that Jesus is well." You know, Sorry, my voice is fucked up, but I can sing pretty good, I think. I think so. Anyways, I love, 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 love going to church. And it was just an opportunity for us to stay out of trouble, to be around good people, to sing, to express ourselves, to learn, and to eat good, and to experience things we would not have otherwise experienced because we were so poor growing up. So I took a offering for the church. I think in Catholicism they call it altar boy. I wasn't like an altar boy in that sense, but I don't know why they refer to me as altar boy sometimes, to be honest. Anyways, I used to say prayers in front of the whole church for the whole, like literally as 12 years old. They would ask me to lead a prayer, and I would do the prayer for the entire church. Like I was very, very involved in church. I got up and sang. I was in the choir. Like I did it all. In church camp, I was a junior counselor. I became a counselor. I volunteered. I used to ride around with the little church. Also had it wasn't like a church bus. It was more like a van. And I used to get up early in the morning and go ride around with our preacher, and we would go pick up people around town in this little church, in this little van, and there was a little walkie-talkie where I could get on the loudspeaker and be like, "Hello, welcome to the church bus, bitches." I'm just kidding, I didn't say that. Anyway, I love church, okay? Now, a big part of church experience was camping, going to gay camp, going to church camp, and sleeping in cabins with a bunch of other boys and girls. Well, we slept in the camp with the boys, but there was girls there too, at the campground. I mean, and we used to go rock climbing and play video games and pool and go swimming and sing, and we'd have bonfires and we would eat and we would have prayer service and we would have balloon fights and we would do tug of war and we played. It's just so magical, right? Well, when I was about 16 or 17 ish, I was at the Wood. Oh, I'm not going to say the name. I was at the Church of Christ Church specifically. They did a whole sermon about being gay. It was not directed toward me. It was not a personal attack. But I was going to say being young, I felt a certain kind of way, but I don't know that it matters whether I was young or not. I think it applies regardless. When a sermon is given, and that sermon excludes who you might be by nature, meaning gay. I didn't really identify as gay at that time, but I knew enough to know that I thought that I might be gay, or I was at least going through a phase of being gay. Regardless, that sermon let me know. I don't remember it that much. I do remember stopping immediately going to church, and I remember abandoning. I didn't know it at the time. I didn't proactively say, "I'm going to abandon this church. I'm going to stop going camping. I'm going to hate nature forever." It wasn't like that. This is all sort of coming to me now. Now that I've realized that I like nature and I like camping and I like the feeling that a campground gives me, I look back and realize that I tucked all that away because I was betrayed by those people who had given me that experience before, and that betrayal brought with it all of the environmental factors such as church camp and being in nature and the bugs and the trees and this, just all of that whole summer camp experience So I never did it. After that, I never went to camping. I never really enjoyed nature. I avoided outside as much as possible. I hated bugs. I mean, a lot of people do, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just so anti canoeing. It was just anything that had to do with nature, I never did. And what I realized recently, just literally in the past few days, is that that sermon caused me to take all that stuff and push it away and lock it away and abandon nature and all those things. And, you know, when I posted something about it, somebody said on TikTok, on my TikTok thing, please follow me on TikTok, by the way. Please look me up on TikTok. I'm thirsty for followers, girl. I want to reach 1,000. Yes. Anyway, somebody said you have a powerful message, and you know, I got to thinking about it, and I got to thinking it is 2022, and I don't know. I think a lot of religion has come around, and they're more accepting now. But if they're not, you know, I really feel bad for kids or people in the same predicament that I was in who might be facing similar things. I just hate to think that, you know, somebody's basically judgment, even though there's Christians are not supposed to be judgmental. And I'm not saying that they all are by any stretch of the imagination. I know there are good people out there, but in general, they seem very judgy. I would just hate to think that somebody's future, you know, enjoyment and involvement in nature could be affected by what a church believes about them, and which is just absolutely ridiculous. So if that's you, then you know I'm really sorry, and I hope that you can see this, and I hope that you can separate yourself from that, and I hope that you can enjoy all the things and not sort of put those in your pocket and just rediscover them 20 years from now. Now, having said all that, I have no regrets whatsoever. I am who I am because of every decision I've made and because of every experience I've had up to this point. I'm totally happy with that. I would never trade it for the world. I'm just saying if my story or my message can help somebody or inspire them or lead them in the right direction or anything like that, then I'm all for it. So I just wanted to expand on what I mentioned before about my whole church experience and my whole gay camping experience, etc. So with that, guys, I will bid you farewell. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Please like, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Until next time, enjoy yourself.